Hi there, Denny here from the Magic Kingdom, just outside of Tony's Town Square. It is the very end of Festival of Fantasy. Parade is happening here. In fact, there's Mickey and Minnie. There they are. And Mulan standing here waving. Only in the Magic Kingdom, right? Mulan is just hanging out and talking and waving at the parade floats as they go by and having a good time. So I tell you what, it's marathon weekend, and with it being marathon weekend, a little pasta is called for. And so I'm going to have lunch at Tony's Town Square restaurant. This Italian-themed Lady and the Tramp history, bless its heart. It hasn't always hit the mark. I have not eaten here in years, like literal years. And so I'm excited to be able to step inside and see what the experience is like. The table's ready. I gotta go. I gotta get inside, eat some pasta. But I'll give you a little peek of the experience at the table, and then I'll review it afterwards. So let's go. Friends, first things first, we have been seated in a corner table / booth situation right by the window. Now here at the front of Tony's, they have it's almost like an arboretum, like a greenhouse section of the restaurant. I've eaten out there before. It's lovely. I'm glad we're kind of more inside now. Everything is just a little, it's rich jewel tones, what you think you might find in an Italian restaurant, with Lady and the Tramp sprinkled all over the place. It's really cute. But we have ordered from the appetizer menu the Tony's garlic bread for the table, toasted ciabatta with roasted garlic butter with Parmesan fonduta for $11. It was explained when a cast member left it at the table that it's an Alfredo, but judging from what the menu says, it is a Parmesan fonduta. So it's more like a little cheesy fondue. All right, Tony, we're going to Parmesan cheese, and it's in a very fun little tower formation. So I'm going to take my first bit. I'm going to grab a plate here, a little bit of the fondue. No, this. Okay, that looks really nice. A little bit of the fondue over top. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. A little sprinkle. My husband is thinking I'm using too much of the fondue. There's plenty of the fondue. Patience. All right, a little bit of cheese. Bon appetit. If you don't know there's good garlic bread on Walt Disney World property, you do now. See my review of Trattoria Al Forno. Amazing stuff. This, very different from what they're doing over at Trattoria, but still very good. That fondue, the Parmesan fonduta, creamy, cheesy, rich, very good, very buttery. The fresh shredded Parmesan on top helps. Lots of olive oil, generous olive oil in the preparation of the ciabatta. Very good. My husband is making the point that if anything, it's a little too crispy, a little too done. At least his, some of the pieces kind of are, it's a little irregular. So keep that in mind. Although that feels a little softer, the piece itself. But yeah, it was in there for a little bit. So keep that in mind. This is so good. You might want more of that fonduta, just FYI. The chicken Parmesan has landed on the table. And while we will fully review it later, I just wanted to show it to you now here at the table. It is lightly breaded chicken parm, a lightly breaded chicken breast. It's Tony's marinara sauce and it's campanelle pasta. And I'm going to take a fork to it real quick. It appears to be quite like a thick piece of chicken, as opposed to maybe a larger chicken breast that's been pounded flat, which you might see with chicken parm from time to time. This is more of a thicker chicken breast. So get a little bit of the pasta. I've got the chicken. You can see the breading on the chicken, and I'm going to take a bite. Thank you. Ooh, okay, that's nice. You can see, just looking at a cross-section of the breading, you can see the torn basil that's used in it. It has a nice coating of cheese on it. Thank you for the cheese, Tony. I have tried my hubby's spaghetti meatballs. He got the spaghetti meatballs for $28. It's house-made meatballs, 2 of them, beef and pork, and with Tony's marinara sauce and spaghetti pasta. I tried one of the meatballs, really nice. It's a good meatball. It's nothing that you wouldn't expect. Here's a bunch of the spaghetti loaded up. Manja. Okay, the sauce is bright, acidic, all the things you would think it's going to be. Yeah, my first thoughts were off to a good start. I'm going to plow through this chicken parm, and I'll meet you outside because we'll have things to talk about in this little meal. Okay? Take care. See you in a bit. The meal at Tony's Town Square Restaurant is over, and it's only right that you and I would take just a few minutes to stop and talk about the meal that was, the possibilities that are still to be tried on the menu, at least as far as I'm concerned. Starting things off, that garlic bread for the table for $11 on the appetizer menu. Quite good, quite different from what is being offered at Trattoria Al Forno. We saw that in my review of that restaurant. It is, you know, they're sticks, almost garlic bread sticks, just nice pieces of ciabatta that have been treated with a garlic butter. It seemed almost more like an olive oil going on in there, but I understand if it's butter, that's great. Some of those pieces did get toastier than others. As we worked our way down the tower of garlic bread, we really found that there were some softer pieces. That Parmesan fondue, holy smokes, that was good. Had a little bit of a bite to it. Was really nice. I want to use the word pungent at one point, but not overly so. Just really creamy, really good. Of course, the sprinkling of the fresh Parmesan on top only helped to enhance the cheesiness of the whole entire thing. Go wrong with that appetizer. If you're more of a salad person, there are salads. There's a Caesar on the appetizer menu. There's also a caprese salad going on the appetizer menu. It has marinated tomatoes, torn burrata cheese. As far as the entrees went, the prices vary from going for something as far away from, you know, all the red sauce and for you. The chicken parm for me, as I said with my first, just the presentation of it, I'm just so used to seeing chicken parmesan showing up to the table and being pounded flat. If not one breast of chicken, like a double breast of chicken or a full breast of chicken, but always treated just in a. This was very different from that. Just a thicker piece of chicken, not at all pounded flat, but nonetheless, if you're okay with that presentation, you're going to be okay with this meal. Now, I did like the breading that I found on the chicken, and I could tell it was done with care, you know, on both sides of the chicken breast, covered in cheese. And there's the train. Friends, for those of us who have missed the train, the bell, hear the whistle, the whole 9 yards. So good. Sorry. Had to chase that rabbit real quick. But I could tell that the chicken parm had really been breaded very nicely. It's covered in cheese. Listen, if you love cheese, you're going to love this chicken parm. It came with Campanelle pasta, which had Tony's marinara sauce on it. I wish it had more marinara sauce. Was not anything to write home about. It just wasn't. This over at Enzo's Hideaway, better sauce there. So it'll get by. It really will. But that was much. It just is. It's a bit much. So my husband had the Tony spaghetti and meatballs. Again, 2 house-made beef and pork. Those meatballs, so good. Really, really good. Plenty of marinara sauce going on this dish, on the spaghetti and meatballs. Plenty of pasta if you're looking for pasta. And that's $26, not $28. I said $28 at the table, and it's actually, you've saved $2 already. Fabulous, right? But it's pretty straight up. It is what it is. It is spaghetti. So he was very satisfied with it. We did not have dessert because, spoiler, watching these videos so far this holiday season, nothing has had wanting dessert at Tony's. There are a handful of options from gelato at $7. Had those, and Tony's Town Square restaurant inside. Like I said earlier, you've got kind of 3 parts to the restaurant. You have the interior, traditional interior of the restaurant. It's done in hardwoods and a fountain in the center of the restaurant. And of course, it being the holiday season, where it came out as I was filming the fountain and said, "Oh, you see the blue window in the back of the restaurant?" I said, "Yes." He said, "If you'll look to the back," and of course had to film that because I wanted to share that with you. So too cool. Please, if you stop by Tony's, please go to the back of that restaurant and look at that. Also in the front, outside of the restaurant, in the stroller section, Mohammed said you'll find Lady and the Tramp's paw prints and a heart in the concrete. So of course I had to go hunt it down. So cute. There's also the Arboretum that's kind of semi outside. I mean, it's glass enclosed, stained glass windows between the interior of the restaurant and the Arboretum. And then of course, the patio out front. You do not get any closer to the Festival of Fantasy parade at 3 o'clock than seeing just amazing, those tables. When you compare it to Cinderella's Royal Table in Cinderella Castle, or Jungle Skipper Canteen in Adventureland, or Crystal Palace right here at the end of Main Street, like, there are some great options. Even Liberty Tree Tavern, when you stack it up against the other options that you have here in the park, it just doesn't compare. It is the bottom of the barrel. It's last on the list. I hate to say that, but if you have options here in the Magic Kingdom, and you do, if you decide that you want to try to have a table service restaurant experience here in the Magic Kingdom, my advice would be to go to Jungle Skipper Canteen. Their little pau de queijo appetizer they have going on right now, they're like little mini pau de queijos. Oh my goodness, they're so good. Like, there's a lot of great options there. And then the theme, if you're looking for familiar, approachable, you have little ones with you who just want buttered noodles or something pasta, then go to Tony's. That might be a great option for you. For me, I would suggest spending your table service dollars elsewhere. Listen, those those dollars here at Disney are super precious, and it would be my personal advice to spend them elsewhere. That being said, what I had today, what was had at the table, it was good. Was it great? No, it wasn't great. It was good. So let me know your thoughts about Tony's Town Square restaurant in the comments section below. Let me know where it ranks in your Magic Kingdom table service lineup. And please let me know if you completely disagree with me. That's okay. I don't know all the things. It's just my opinion of one experience that I had. Let me know what your experiences are. Thank you so much for watching today. I really, really appreciate it. Whatever you've got going on today, I hope that it's a good day for you. I am so appreciative that you've stopped by and spent some of your precious time with me here virtually in the Magic Kingdom. It's a lovely evening. and I'm so thankful to be able to spend it with you. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting the like button. Consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already done so. Consider sharing it with a friend as well. Follow me on Instagram at Deni_Sunderly for fun in between the videos. That's DENI_SUNDERLY. Thanks so much for stopping by. Have a great one, everyone. Take care. Bye.